Have you ever been the one who held everything together quietly? There was a man named Caleb. He wasn't the loudest voice in the room, nor the one who chased credit, but every morning he arrived first. Every evening he stayed last. He carried the weight others left behind, fixed what they broke, and never once asked for thanks. He believed in kindness as an unspoken language. His strength lived in silence. He was the one others leaned on until they leaned too hard. You see, the world rarely honors its quiet pillars. It forgets them until they're gone. One day during a tense meeting, Caleb calmly pointed out a flaw that could have led to disaster. A younger colleague laughed and said, "Just do your job. Stop trying to be the hero." The room fell silent, not out of respect, out of discomfort, and Caleb said nothing. That night, alone in the stillness of an empty workspace, he stayed back fixing yet another mistake, left behind by the very person who dismissed him. The city hummed outside, but inside something shifted. Not a burst of anger, but a quiet recognition. I've become the one they rely on but never remember. He realized, when you always rescue others, they forget you ever had the choice not to. They mistake your selflessness for servitude, your presence for obligation, your heart for a tool. And when kindness becomes invisible, it begins to wither. The next morning, Caleb visited an old friend, Eli, a gentle gardener who had taught him more about life than any title ever had. Eli led him to an old oak tree tangled in ivy. "You see this?" he said softly. "The oak gives and gives, until one day it can't. So it stops sending sap to the branches being strangled, not out of cruelty, but to protect its heartwood, to live." He paused. "Caleb, forgiveness doesn't mean returning to the same wound. Sometimes it's simply choosing not to bleed anymore. Walking away isn't a rebellion. It's an act of remembering your worth." And so the following Monday, Caleb's seat was empty. There was no goodbye speech, no slammed doors, just a letter, short and clear, and a carefully organized folder on the desk. Everything he'd built, everything he'd kept running, all passed on. As the room descended into disarray, Caleb sat miles away, beneath a canopy of trees, watching golden leaves fall in silence. No phone, no explanations, just the wind, the earth, and a weight finally lifted. He wasn't angry, he was free. And now, think about yourself. Are you holding up people who would let you fall the moment you became inconvenient? Are you still knocking on doors that are locked from the inside? Silent departure isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's the moment you stop justifying your light to those who prefer the dark. Be like the lighthouse. It doesn't chase ships. It just stands, quiet, steady, glowing. Those who want to be guided will find you. Those who don't were never yours to carry. If this story found its way into a quiet place in your heart, subscribe to Ethan's Spire Stories, where we don't shout for attention, we whisper truth. Share this with someone who's still carrying what they were born to let go. Not all endings are loud. Some come in silence, and that's where freedom begins.